Live. What? You heard my weird voice, Samson? Come here. Come here, you. My lens is so screwed up on this side. I'm just like a fisheye. You're so skinny, dude. We've been feeding you enough. Look how skinny this guy is. You can feel his little ribs. He's gonna be 14 years old this year. He's still going strong. What are you licking? What are you doing? What the hell are you doing, man? Alright, I don't even know if anybody's gonna come in here. I'm gonna start talking anyway. Just got back from the freaking gym. Climbed a little bit. I feel pretty fatigued though. I feel like I probably could have taken a day off. I wanted to hang out with some people I knew were gonna be there, so nice to see some folks, get some good vibes going. But yeah, I wanted to tell a story a while back, but I don't know, it was kind of fucking me up thinking about it. You know what I mean? And it was also just like, maybe like too soon in general. You know what I mean? Um, but look, dude. Oh, it's got like a weird notification. I'll check it out later. But yeah, man, like 3 weeks ago, went to the freaking gym, right? And there's this guy, two guys, right? Beginners, you know. And I'm starting to warm up. I'm talking to the employee working there that day. Shout out to Logan. And these dudes are trying this problem, this boulder problem, right? And so, oh, thanks for the like, whoever you are. So they're trying this boulder problem over and over. They're falling from the top. Oh, what's up, sheep? What's up, dog? Yeah, it's story time, bitch! Yeah, man. So these guys, climb this problem, get to the top, fuck it up, fall. This happened like 4 times in a row. And again, I was hanging out, kind of still warming up, talking to the employee. We were kind of hanging out with these guys, trying to give them some advice. Seeing they were kind of beginners and stuff. Put your foot there, try this, whatever, fuck. And he should have taken that fucking advice, because on like the fifth go, man, on the fifth go, he falls in the same exact spot. And I've gone over and over in my head, like thinking how he fucked up so bad. I think what happened was as he fell, he rotated his body, like spun himself a little bit. So when he did that, which is obviously a bad thing to do, when you're about to take an impact, you know. So when he fell, instead of sticking it like the last 4 times, he fucking falls, twists his ankle, and just fucking crumples, dude. And I hear like a fucking, and I'm like, oh shit, you know. Uh, you know, the employee, freaking went up to him, was like, oh shit, man, you alright? The guy was like, fucking no. And I was like, dude, you want me to call an ambulance or something? He was like, yeah. And I didn't even notice this shit until I was already on the phone with 911. Not only did he break the fuck out of his ankle, I thought it was his knee at first because his knee went like a weird angle too, but I guess he just landed, on the foot or whatever and folded it. Not only did he fuck up his ankle, I guess he tried to catch himself, you know, when he collapsed, and he fucking dislocated his elbow too. So he just completely fucked up both of his limbs on his right side, his dominant side. Probably the craziest injury I've seen from such a like low height fall. It was like 10 feet onto soft mats, but yeah, dude, I don't know how to explain it. Like even with the rotation, it made no damn sense to me. But that dude just freaking crumpled. I mean, straight up folded like laundry. You know what I mean? It was awful. But thankfully, the EMS came pretty quickly, man. It was like 5 minutes maybe, and they come up. I think the firemen came first. I guess they were like the closest, and the cops were like right behind them. And so firemen know first aid and shit, obviously. And they were kind of talking to the guy, and they started kind of poking around. Hey, do you making sure to have nerve damage? Like, hey, can you feel this? And he was like, oh god, yeah, yeah, I fucking feel that, man. He was like in severe pain, just from like a touch on the freaking toe. Um, and they couldn't take his shoes off. They had to fucking he was wearing rentals, so they had to cut they had to cut the rental shoe off his foot. Um, and then they ended up cutting his shirt off too. His arm was fucked up, and they couldn't hardly move that either because I mean it was mad dislocated. There was no blood or gore or nothing, but it was straight up. Like if his elbow, like elbow is supposed to be like in line with your wrist, his elbow was like over here. You know what I mean? It was it was pretty fucked. Um, and then finally, I think like maybe a few minutes later, the actual EMS came in with all their stretchers and shit and everything, and they hooked him up to an IV, and they were gonna give him some ketamine, 25 milligrams. And he was like, he was like, I smoke weed every day, man. Y'all gotta give me something stronger than this, stronger than this. And so one of the EMS had to call in to get permission to give him more ketamine, to give him 25 more milligrams, and he was just out of it. He was just like, ugh, ugh, nodding off practically. And then at one point, he was like nodding off, kind of like came to, and he was like, "Oh, am I gonna die?" And they're like, "No, no, you're not gonna. You're injured yourself, but you're gonna be good, man. You're gonna be fine." And they get friggin' got his arm pinned to his chest and all that, picked him up, put him on the stretcher, carried him out. It was fucking wild, dude. I've never seen anybody wreck themselves that hard from a fall that short. And he was an athletic guy. Apparently, I was talking to his friend who was there with him, totally flabbergasted by what just happened. Such a freak accident. And they're both swimmers. They're both swimmers at the University of Alabama. Seniors, thankfully, but still, they. I think they were finishing up the season. I have no idea why they decided to do something like rock climbing. Even indoor rock climbing, guys, is fucking dangerous. Like, you'd think they'd have the wisdom to be like, okay, let me, train for this next meet or two and not do anything fucking stupid with my body, but apparently not. It was pretty awful. So that guy totally fucked up his last season as a senior. I can't even. I mean, imagine if he was like a freshman or sophomore. That would have sucked ass. Probably would have lost his scholarship and everything. Crazy as hell. I've been a little freaked out. I've already been kind of taking it easy with the falls. I try to down climb as much as I can before I fall, stuff like that. Or if I feel I'm fairly high up and going for like a low percentage move and I'm not confident, I just say fuck it and go ahead and down climb. I don't take chances anymore. Especially after seeing that. I was like, dude, if this fucking guy who is like an elite athlete can just wreck himself that bad, doing practically nothing. I mean, falling, with his feet from feet to the ground, and there might have been like 8 feet of space, and he landed on like thick mats, and still wrecked himself so bad, man. Makes me think like, damn, my old ass got to be careful. Yeah, he needs to drink milk, Shiki. You got it right. He needs to do fucking something. Jesus. He needs a fucking exorcism. I'm telling you, the elbow was fucking. It was like all the way over here, dude. It was nuts. I don't know how he did that. I wish there was like a security recording of it, but we don't have that. They have security cameras. They don't like record shit, unless you, I guess, do it manually. Because I would love to see how the fuck that happened exactly. I mean, it made no fucking sense. Even the EMS guys were like, "You fell from there." Like they were like fucking shocked too. You know what I mean? They're like, How did this happen?" You think you break two limbs, you're falling from like 30 feet or something onto like pavement. Makes no fucking sense. We had a little comp at the gym today. It's actually ongoing throughout the week. It's kind of like you show up, climb. They give you like a sheet of paper. People can watch your climb, sign off on once you do it. Even though I kind of trained last night, I was like, I'm not really doing anything. Let me go ahead and just show up, try to flash, do things in like one attempt today. And I was climbing all right. The power wasn't there. I could tell I was a little tired, so I only gave everything like one go. There were 34 problems, all numbered in difficulty, and I managed to flash 19, number 19, which isn't that bad. That's like a little bit above average, I guess. I might come back there Wednesday, I'm thinking, or Thursday. I don't know. I might take 2 days off because I'm pretty fatigued. I haven't taken a day off in a while. When I get back, I'm gonna start projecting all that shit. See if I can get some, maybe some 20s at least. I was looking at like the 30 through 34, and I was like, dude, I ain't fucking doing this. This shit looks impossible, dude. Like some of that shit is like, okay, I can see how this goes, and it's like, okay, now the next move is just be fucking strong enough to like, lunge like fucking 7 feet. It's like, god damn, I'm not doing that. Makes me think I gotta start doing some weighted pull-ups again or something. It was a good time. Saw some friends, some acquaintances, hung out for a bit. My wife is out having dinner with some friends. Oh, having like a girl, you know what I mean, a little girls' night. So I was like, I might as well go climb. What the fuck else am I gonna do? Dude, I took a fall actually. That kind of scared me today. It was like right at the end, so it was from the top, and I was lunging kind of laterally, and I had to grab a hold like this, and it had like no texture on the bottom, but a little bit of texture on top. It was like a crescent shape, and so I went for it. And I think I like hit it weird, came right off, and I was like practically horizontal, and I like turned in the air, and I landed like fucking like Spider-Man or some shit, like in a lunge. I was just like, whew. But I felt something pop in my hip as I landed, like in my glutes as I landed, and I was like, oh shit, I just like fucked myself up. Then I got up and I was fine. In fact, I think I just did like a self chiropractic adjustment to myself because I stood up and I was like, ooh, I think I fucking popped some into place. So I was thankful that that wasn't like a really bad fall or something it could have been. But I land like a cat, boy. I got those feline reflexes. Always land on my feet. Anyway, that's about it. What you got going on, Sheik? You still there, man? And we got 3 other people. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, I got to start doing some like weighted pull-ups. The only thing is like for some reason when I was getting real heavy in the pull-ups, like into the triple digits, I was starting to get a lot of back pain. Um, But maybe I should do like rope climb. I saw my dude Darshan. He gave me this tip in a video I posted in the comments section. He was like, maybe you should try rope climbing. I was like, that's not a bad idea, because I'm getting a little bit of that one arm pulling action. It's pretty much doing like partial one arm pull ups with momentum. That's kind of what rope climbing is. And I was like, maybe that could be a good freaking substitute, for weighted pull ups. I don't know. Get a little pulling strength. I do feel now that like my legs and hips are up to speed, that I'm using more of my lower body than my upper body when I climb. So I think I could probably do some more, strength training for my like lats and shit, rhomboids and shit, because those aren't getting that fatigued. And I feel mostly when I climb now, like my forearms, definitely my lats sometimes, but it's not like a soreness that's that bad. It's mostly forearms, and I would say hips that get sore, and like ankles and feet. So it's probably a good thing, man. My form's probably improving. What am I gonna do now? Let me see. Walking around. Just had a snack. Had some yogurt and an apple. I might think about making some dinner for myself, but I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. I might cook up some pasta or something. See what's in the fridge. Yeah, I might cook some pasta. See what's going on. Got a carb up. I posted that meal on the community post, and I forget who this was, but some guy was like, damn, that's a lot of carbs. And I was like, look, dude, I run on carbs, baby. I'm all about them carbs. As long as they're mostly complex, whole grains and shit, whole wheat. It's not that bad for you. Plus, with my freaking metabolism, I gotta eat carbs, man. If I was on a low carb diet, I'd probably look like a freaking. I was about to say something that was probably gonna get me banned. I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't give a fuck. I was gonna say probably like a fucking Holocaust survivor. If I didn't eat fucking carbs, man, I would look like goddamn Skeletor. Telling you guys, man, I went into when I was 18 years old. I'd already been weight training for like I think 3 years at that point. I was only 125 pounds. Before I started weight training and like eating a shit ton more, I think I was like 105 pounds, dude. I'm a small guy. You know, you might look at me and be like, "Oh, this guy's looking jacked, looking shredded," but I have a pretty small frame. I weigh about 165 right now, and that's a lot of fucking muscle, dude. And it takes eating to even stay at that weight. I've gone up to around 170 before, but I was eating like a monster, getting upset stomach and shit. I think 165 is doable though, in terms of maintenance. Damn, I gotta do some dishes. What's going on, people? Hope you're having a good night. Gotta cook some damn pasta. I think I got some frozen veggies I can toss in there. Maybe some meat, we'll see. Keeping it simple. Alright. Damn, this stovetop's dirty. Yeah. Oh shit. High. Get that shit high. Lid somewhere. Mm, how fucking big is this? I don't know where this lid went. I'm just gonna use this one. Not very organized, y'all. Good enough. Fuck it. Well, I guess I'll end it here, man. I mean, I got nothing much else to say, and the people ain't talking. So I might end it there, man. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And that's the moral of today's story. And I have a feeling that guy was probably high or something he was climbing, because the way he fell made no fucking sense, dude. I feel like you gotta be inebriated or something to fall like that, because that he just ragdolled to the floor. I never seen a human body move like that. R.I.P. to his fucking ankle and elbow. But he's young. He'll get over it. He'll get stronger. Anyway, peace out, y'all. Take it easy. Have a good one. Later.